Chapter 2. The Decree from Castle Eldoria. The morning sun bathed Willowbrook in a warm, golden light as the village awoke to its daily routine. Villagers bustled about, attending to their chores, while children played near the sparkling brook, their laughter mingling with the songs of birds. Amid the tranquil scene, a sense of anticipation hung in the air, for something extraordinary was about to unfold. In the heart of Willowbrook, a small crowd had gathered around the village square. It was an unusual sight, as the villagers typically went about their business with little fanfare. But today was different. A messenger had arrived from Castle Eldoria, bearing a decree from none other than King Alaric himself. The messenger, clad in a cloak of deep blue and a silver crest, stood atop a wooden platform, his voice carrying through the square as he read aloud the king's proclamation. His words were imbued with a sense of urgency that sent shivers down the spines of those who listened. "The kingdom of Eldoria is in grave danger," the messenger declared, his voice trembling with a weighty responsibility. "A terrible darkness is spreading from the depths of the forbidden forest, a place where few dare to tread." Gasps and murmurs rippled through the crowd. The forbidden forest was known to be a realm of ancient, malevolent creatures, where whispers of curses and dark magic echoed through the ages. "The king calls upon the bravest and most valiant souls in the land," continued the messenger, "to embark on a perilous quest. The fate of Eldoria hangs in the balance." As the messenger spoke, the villagers exchanged worried glances. The reward for success was great, a promise of riches, land, and the king's favour. But the risks were immense, and none in Willowbrook were willing to volunteer. The forbidden forest was a place from which few returned, and tales of those who ventured in were often filled with darkness and despair. Elara, however, felt a stirring within her. A sense of purpose had ignited in her heart, and she couldn't ignore the calling. She stood on the outskirts of the crowd, her eyes fixed on the messenger, her thoughts racing. Could her unique gift be the key to understanding, and perhaps even defeating the darkness that threatened Eldoria? When the messenger finished reading the decree, the square fell into a heavy silence. The villagers exchanged hesitant glances, waiting for someone to step forward. But no one did. Elara's gaze turned to Gruff and Silver, who stood nearby. They had cared for her since she was a baby, protecting her from harm and nurturing her gift. She knew that her decision would weigh heavily on their hearts. With determination in her voice, Elara stepped forward, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and hope. She addressed the messenger and the villagers, her words firm and unwavering. "I will undertake this quest. I will go to the forbidden forest." Gasps of astonishment and concern swept through the crowd. Gruff and Silver exchanged a look filled with both worry and pride. They knew that Elara's destiny was bound to something greater than the village of Willowbrook. In the days that followed, preparations were made for Elara's journey into the heart of darkness. Gruff forged her a special sword, its hilt adorned with intricate engravings, a symbol of her bravery. Silver packed provisions, ensuring that her beloved daughter would not go hungry on her perilous quest. As Elara stood at the village's edge, ready to venture into the unknown, the sun cast a warm, reassuring light upon her. She couldn't know what challenges awaited her in the forbidden forest, but she was determined to face them. With the decree from Castle Eldoria clutched in her hand, she took her first step on a path that would lead her into a world of magic, mystery, and adventure beyond her wildest imagination.